This is Andy Perroff, Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm delighted to be joined by former world title challenger Callum Johnson. Callum, how are you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm all good, thank you. Obviously, good to hear you doing well. And again, I appreciate you hanging around, giving up your time today. Back in camp now, how does it feel just ticking over and in Anthony Croller's last camp as well?
Yeah, it's good. It's good to be back, and I've been injured and I've been out for a few weeks, so it's been a frustrating time for me. But it's nice to be back in the gym, and it's nice to see Anthony's looking strong. He's looking sharp, and it's a bit of a strange one, really, knowing it's going to be his last one, and he's not going to be in the gym, fighting anymore. But I'm sure he'll be in the gym a lot, just coming to see us. But it's going to be a strange one, that.
I mean, I've saw him myself today. I've spoken to Hosea about it, and I spoke to Stephen about it, and they've both kind of said there's enough in him, and they've seen enough in him in this camp to suggest, why are you giving it up at this moment in time? Are you the same?
Funny enough, I just said to him down there, I said, is it sure it's going to be your last one? And he said, nah, it's going to be my last one. But yeah, watching him, I mean, he's strong, he's sharp, and I don't know, it'd be hard to walk away. What is he? He's only 31, isn't he? But listen, what he's done, he's achieved everything, so he probably feels he's achieved everything he can, he needs to, and he probably thinks, I'm going to go out on my terms. Like I say, we'll see what happens.
And to move on to the other light heavyweight in your camp, Hosea Burton. He's preparing now for the Golden Contract Tournament. What are your thoughts on the tournament itself and what's lined up for Hosea?
It's good. I think it's good, and it's a massive opportunity for him, and I believe he'll go and win it. I hope he does, and then obviously it opens the doors for him for big things by all accounts. I don't know too much about it and what the prize is, but I've heard it's good stuff and big fights for him. So I wish him all the best on that, and I know he's capable of going and win it. So we'll see what happens there, but I'm rooting for him.
And Callum Smith in camp again, preparing for his second world title defence against John Ryder. How's Callum been looking in comparison to previous camps?
He's the same, and he's Callum's a perfectionist. He's very good. For the weight, he's massive. So I mean, I don't see John Ryder. I don't want to sound like I'm disrespecting John Ryder because he's a good fighter, but I don't see John Ryder giving him too much of a challenge, if I'm honest. But again, he's coming in as the underdog. He's going to be up for it. So Callum's got to prepare to the best of his ability and make sure he's right.
And obviously, looping back to yourself, what have you got lined up? What exactly are you getting up to in camp now? Is it just a matter of ticking over, or?
Yeah, I'm just getting myself back in. Just getting over this injury. I'm still going to be out for another couple of months before I'm ready to fight, so it's going to be early next year. But it's down to Joe, Eddie, and I've told Eddie, I've told Joe, I'll fight whoever they put in front of me, wherever and whenever. I'm not. I've said it a couple of times in the last week or so. I'm just ready to fight anybody. No more sort of messing about or Mr. Nice Guy or whatever. Because I never say too much and I just go along with the flow. But time's ticking on, and I just want to get out there and show people what I can do, because I do believe I'm well capable of winning the world title. And if I get the chances again, I think I'll do it.
I mean, what are you looking at with regards to world titles? Have you had any kinds of conversations with Joe or with Eddie?
No, not really. Obviously, I was offered the Bivol fight, so the WBA, that was there for me. Maybe that'll come again. Bivol's with Matchroom, I'm with Matchroom. I think if I get a good win, that could be made. So I'd love that. I'd love to fight Beterbiev again. People think I'm crazy, but I know I've got it in me. I know I've got what it would take to beat him. I'm not saying I'd beat him. I just know I've got what it would take. Whether I could produce it on the night is a different thing. But I showed in stages in that fight we had. No one's ever done that to him. No one's ever got off the floor to do that to him. I don't think anybody's ever got off the floor and got through the round, have they? I got off the floor to return the favour. Yeah, he got off the floor to return the favour back and finish me off. But again, the first round, it was a bit of a cheap shot really, and I didn't see it coming. The ref shouted stop. I thought I was safe, and next thing I know, I was in next month. But no excuses. I sound like I'm trying to make excuses. I'm not, because the man is a beast, and he finished me off. But I just would like the opportunity again, because I do believe on my day I could get it right.
I mean, just on Artur Beterbiev, this past Friday he defeated Alexander Vozdik in a unification bout. What did you make of that fight?
Yeah, I watched it. I thought he was always in control. How do you say his name? Vozdik. He did win rounds, don't get me wrong. But I feel that Artur Beterbiev was always in control. He looked comfortable all the way through. He took a couple of clean shots as well, and he just pushed them off like there was nothing. I think back to my fight, people was saying he was chinny. He wasn't that good. He wasn't the machine or this indestructible man that they thought he was. Rather than giving me the credit for the effort I put in and the moments I had, there was rather saying that he's not that good. But I think now they've obviously seen him, go through that guy and probably realised that he is that good, and maybe I just did better than they thought I did.
And another light heavyweight I wanted to touch on, Joshua Buatsi facing Blake Caparello next weekend on Anthony Crowler's final last dance bill. What are your thoughts on that as an eliminator for the WBA title?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, Buatsi is another one. I think everybody seems to think like me and Buatsi is 1 and 2. I think people have got divided opinions. Some people think he's 1. Some people think I'm 1. But like you say, he's got to. He's not really had a test yet, has he? Not had a proper test. But he's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. And that's a fight that I'm sure will happen down the line, me and him. And like I said, I've put it out there. It's a fight I'm well up for. Again, whenever.
How far away do you think a fight between yourself and Josh would be?
That's not down to me. That's down to Eddie. Maybe a year, maybe 18 months, maybe 6 months. Who knows?
I just wanted to get your thoughts on a few other things away from the light heavies. This coming weekend, Regis Prograis versus Josh Taylor World Boxing Super Series final. What are your thoughts on that one, Callum? Where do you see the fight going?
I'll be totally honest. I've never ever seen that guy. What's his name again? Prograis. I've never seen him box. I'll be honest. And Josh Taylor's very good. He's a friend of mine. We boxed in the amateurs together. We shared a room at the Commonwealth Games. So obviously I'm rooting for Josh, and I think Josh can win. But I can't make comments on the other guy because I've never seen him, so I can't really give you an opinion.
Who was the T-boy?
He was. He was only a young kid at the time, wasn't he? I was team captain, wasn't he? He used to be my skivvy. He used to fetch my drinks all the time.
And obviously on that undercard this weekend, David Price versus Derek Chisora. Again, your thoughts on that one, Callum?
Again, it's one of them, isn't it? David's got great boxing ability. He's got great power. But Del Boy is a very tough man. I think he's only ever been stopped once, hasn't he? And he just keeps coming all night. So it's, I'd like to see Pricey do it. Do I think he will? Probably not. But I'm on the fence, really, because I do think he's capable. So we'll see.
And last couple of quick things I just wanted to touch on. Tyson Fury entering WWE now. What are your thoughts on Tyson's stint over there?
I think he's brilliant. I'm a big Tyson Fury fan. I always have been. I mean, back in the days when Pricey and Tyson Fury used to have before Tyson was even British champion or whatever, I used to be a Tyson Fury fan. So I'm a massive fan, and I think it's brilliant. I can't wait to watch it.
And Nigel Benn announcing his comeback again. It's divided a lot of opinion. A lot of people kind of wishing that he wouldn't because of his status as a British boxing legend, etc., and how long away from the ring he spent. But what are your thoughts on it?
Listen, it's his life. Would I do it at that age? Probably not. But I tell you what, I'd love to see Ben Eubank free. I'd love to see that, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that would. But no, if he wants to do it, who am I to say he shouldn't? So good luck to him. I'll be looking forward to watching it.
And the last thing, which I did forget to mention, I should have linked it to Tyson Fury, but Deontay Wilder Luis Ortiz is about a month away as well now, November 23rd, I believe. What are your thoughts on that one?
If it's anything like the first one, it'd be a good one. Ortiz, you got to fancy Wilder, haven't you? He's already knocked him out once, but he nearly got knocked out himself. So I think Ortiz is definitely got chances, and he can box very well. But you got to fancy Wilder, and it sets up that big one again for Fury Wilder too, and I fancy Fury for that.
Well, Callum Johnson, I appreciate your time, appreciate hanging around as well. Thanks for being to myself and Boxing Social.
Thank you.